Oh, bother.
Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. I'm Yin Yang and today we are back once again with our Reikland thematic let's play here in Chaos Robbie's Old World campaign map. Now, speaking of the Old World, let's jump on out to the big map and we can take a look at well, what's going on with the state of the Empire. So as you can see, here in Reikland, we are mostly, not completely, in good shape. The only province left for us to reunite Reikland, not counting Eilhart, is going to be Grissenwald. That being said, things are not looking so good elsewhere. As you can see, the moot is not in Imperial hands. The same can be said for, well, several of our major provinces. Vinland is split between Wissenland and some other actors, that we will discuss later. Starland is very much split in half. Sylvania, well, we have an outpost in Sylvania, but that's all that we have. Things are even worse in Talabecland, where the lights of the towns that used to dot the forest are all but out. As you can see, Beckhofen has fallen out. Actually, that's Kappelberg. Where is Beckhofen? There it is. Beckhofen out in Ostermark has indeed fallen. And while Ostland does maintain a strong grip over South Ostland, the northern marches are, well, not looking so hot. Moving west, Midland is in even worse shape. As you can see, it has been cut in half. Middenheim stands alone, and the Howling Hills are all that are left. Well, the Howling Hills and Eldegison, excuse me, are all that are left of the southern portion. Midland is in very much danger. Looking at Karaberg, which maintains the Drakewald, you can see that things are not looking so hot there either. And the Empire is not the only nation that is in danger, and we'll take a zoom around that here in a little while. But as you can see, Montfort, not our friend per se, but definitely a faction that stands in the way of greenskins and whatever else Bretonnia allows to happen within their borders, is in danger of falling. Not just to a greenskin army, but a greenskin army backed up by a full-blown Wa. So that is something that we're going to have to keep a close eye on. That being said, things within Reikland are looking pretty solid. After our last part, we were able to kick the Skaven out of Dukelberg and are planning to move to Grunberg. In the north, you can see that we are secure. We are secure out here in Helmgart, and other than Eilhart, where Carrick Ziflin has taken over and hopefully does not decide to push any further, we are fairly secure up here. That being said, just because things appear secure doesn't mean that they necessarily are. On the border of, well, City North, you can see that greenskins have inhabited Kootenholz. We have lost contact with Torpen. And, as I said before, Grunberg still has not been able to maintain, or we still have not been able to maintain communication with Grunberg or with Kemperbad. Karl Franz suspects, that this is, in fact, Skaven. However, this is not something that can be known around the greater whole of Reikland or the Empire itself. Down in the south, you can see that we have received rumors of a chaos cult having taken the entire city of Meissen, so that needs to be investigated, as well as, well, Wusterberg has been taken over, but it looks like that was purposeful. that they allowed for the dwarfs out of Bugman's brewery to take Westerberg. Now that's not something that we really want to be happening, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We still have, unfortunately, Tomb Kings sitting in Averland, and even worse, Greenskins sitting in Averland. Things are looking very tough indeed out in Ostermark. It makes me consider reinforcing them with an army, and I think that's something that we should do. Ostermark is the furthest province from us being able to help them directly, so the Emperor using his prestige, his influence to help muster an army out that direction seems like the best possible thing to do. Now the real question is, does he reinforce Nachdorf or Heffingen? Fortunately, it looks like Essen is still in, well, strong hands. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to send some forces to Nachdorf. And it looks like that will be enough, hopefully, fingers crossed, to kick these greenskins back. Ugh, neck snapper. He looks pretty brutal.
The council is disappointed.
Now, as you can see, quite a bit of Talabeclan has fallen. Looks like we have some beastmen out here. And the undead have pushed well into Ostland. Thankfully, Hochland is holding up fairly well. All right. So, all of that being said, let's get back down, well, to what Karl Franz is doing. So, Karl is going to have to begin his push towards Grunberg. Unfortunately, even though the rest of the Empire is in danger, a Skaven menace cannot be allowed to fester any longer within the Empire.
Compels us onward.
How should we proceed?
Sigmar's will.
Hans is moving
Sigmar.
west. Let's get some more archers.
The Empire.
Now the real question is, does Otto Cross move to assist the castle of Montfort? It might be in the best interest of the Empire for him to do so. However, that's to even say that we could defeat... Excuse me. To say that we could even defeat this entire Greenskin Wa. It seems somewhat unlikely. And now for technology. I think the best thing right now for us to do would be to invest in state-issued weaponry. We are a nation at war, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Finally, let's look at some diplomacy before we move on.
Armored in faith.
Montfort definitely wants some diplomacy with us. We'll take that.
And I'll hear your demands.
Now, I wonder if we joined their war against the Broken Axe, how would that influence things? It would set us up for a defensive alliance, and that might be a good idea if we could save them in time. However, not sure that we could save them in time. That being said, it's possible that declaring war on them openly would either force them to be pushed back or entice them to attack Axbite Pass and draw them into a more favorable conflict for us. I think the safe bet is to initiate this, get some extra finances.
Just so.
We will declare on them should Montfort hold out another turn. And that's how we'll play that. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Harmony is consensus.
We
not
don't need any
conformity.
kind of these agreements with someone so far out, but we will certainly take a trade agreement.
Harmony is a...
And is there any other agreements that... Just some peace agreements, but we're not going to offer those. Now, with this new
Yes, my
influx
lord.
of money, we should take some more steps.
I will marshal the band.
For the city of Tom, there's a few things that we could do. I believe we could invest in a wizard's conclave, but that would be a little bit pricey. How are we doing on... We don't have any corruption, so that's good. We could set up a shrine to Tal. Even though it's in Reikland, and Sigmar is the patron god, that doesn't mean that we don't allow worship of the other gods in the pantheon, of course. There's always the Garden of Moor. And a Shrine of Moor. Actually, let's do this. We'll get some growth going in this province because we do need to build up the province. And then we'll start working on building up Schilderheim since it's on our border.
Yes, General.
And that'll be that for now. Where was Kazrak discovered? Oh, up around here somewhere. Great. You'll love to see it. Now, something that we had hinted at
the provinces.
last turn was that we need to do something to assist what's going on up and around our northern borders. Obviously, Karl Franz is working to secure the east, and we have
What does the
Otto
Emperor bid?
Cross out here preparing to assist in the west, but that doesn't mean that we're safe.
Ready?
So,
Yes, my lord.
speaking of, I think it's time
Valiant lo-
Oh, no. What just happened? Let's try that again.
Do you know who I am? The lady
I hit
grants
quick deal,
you
that's what
safe
happened.
passage
Okay.
in these lands.
So we're going to offer to join this war. That will secure us that defensive alliance anyway. No. This time we won't take any money. 76 gold isn't worth it.
If you insist.
Now, we could be setting ourselves up for quite the disaster. But it's a risk that we're going to have to take.
Armored in faith.
As Karl Franz's orders have come in with Hans Frankenfurter, and we're going to be reinforcing the city of Montfort.
Lord of Bretonnia.
Should they attack the city, we will come in and attempt to reinforce the city. Whether that works out or not, who's to say? Now, while that's happening, and I really wish that we had control of Isleheart, but we don't. I think now is as good a time as any to recruit our next general. And I know we're probably not in a great financial position to do so, but we have enemies all around. And we cannot just sit back and hope that nothing bad happens. So, let's see. We have aggressive and we have confident. I don't care what their names are or what they look like. We'll change that.
Who calls?
So, for this character, I believe we will go with Reben Grease. And while I'm putting him together, I'll read a little lore blurb on him. So, Reben Grease was a general of the Empire who commanded the defense at Talabheim during the end times. So, if you've never heard of him and you don't like the end times, well, then I guess you'll never hear of him outside of here. So, Grease was a surly and bad-tempered individual at the best of times, and the Great Deluge drove his mood from foul to apoplectic. Though his grumpy demeanor and no-nonsense approach won him few friends during his rise to the ranks of Talabheim's military, it only enhanced his reputation as an effective commander. So, I'm not going to read the rest of his lore. If you want to look him up, you'll see how it's spelled here in just a second. Guess it would help if I knew how to spell it. There we go. But we've got basically a good idea of what kind of individual he is. He is really a drill sergeant type. Not very friendly. He's not here to be buds. He's here to get stuff done. Now, how do we want him to look? Well, not like this. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I do like that, but it doesn't really fit this individual. I know. Eye patch. Yes. Now that guy looks like a jerk, but a really cool jerk. So, that's what we'll do for him. It doesn't exactly look like his artwork, but I'd say that the goatee lines up. And who's to say he can't have an eye patch in this version? Now, Reben is going to start recruiting for us. Well, we'll probably switch his army out later with with Talabeclan troops, but for now he's going to utilize Reikland's. So we're going to get some swords, and we're going to get some archers. And while I would love to give him crossbows instead, archers are just cheaper, and we need cheaper right now.
I command
He can only
here.
be allotted so much money, because he has come to us hat in hand, trying to help his home state of Talabeclan. And I think that's the lore that
I am
we'll
Franz.
put behind
They
him
will
for
obey.
now.
Fine.
Now for the siege at Grunberg. I think that we can break this garrison with just a siege tower. And we've really got to invest in some
No
more
peace,
artillery so
just
that we
war.
can get these sieges done faster.
Who calls?
Speaking of, we are working towards upgrading, but that's all that we've got right now. Now, some of you might be wondering why I did not get Reinhardt and pull him over. Well, that's because we're going to keep him in prison for a little while. He did something pretty horrible.
Raise Sigma.
Build you up. Now we really need to get these cities built, or these two northern towns built up a little bit more, because if any armies get past this wall, they're walking into pretty soft territory. We need to get additional walls built up around City North and East End. And that's going to be it for this turn. As we look over Castle Montfort, we find a city besieged and a Bretonian army completely outmanned. The forces of Otto Cross, bearing the flag of Reikland, are en route and coming through the hidden pass that leads into the city. However, whether or not they can get there in time and whether their number will make a difference, still being outnumbered 2-1, is left to be seen.
Enemy wizard spotted! Look out! Spellcaster! Keep your heads down, men! Beware! Foul eldritch deep!
Show us the enemy.
Enemy wizard spotted! Our lives depend on it!
The lady's shield protects us from their magic!
Look out! Run! Keep your heads down, men! They're casting spells! The gods of the gods have abandoned us! The gods have abandoned us! The gods have abandoned us! Fight! Kill! Our lives depend on it! Keep them alive, lads! Ulrich! Come then, scum! Wait! Come on, boy, get your blade out! We must defend our homes! The gods have abandoned us! Always deep! Retreat! Flee! Ah!
The lady demands blood! Get going!
The gods have abandoned us! Always deep! Retreat! The gods have abandoned us! Bring them to their knees! Wise counsel! The gods have abandoned us! Ulrich's chief, retreat! We are covered in all blood! Run! As long as we drive! Get the enemy off the wall! Run! The gods have abandoned us! We are Sigma's heirs! Lucas's head fight! Wise counsel! It will be done!
And a heroic victory, thanks in large part to autocross and possibly larger part to Hans Frankenfurter. 150 kills on his part. Now, those spears didn't get a bunch of individual kills on their own, but they held in place while those archers were able to rain hellfire down on the orcs. And as you can see, collectively, or individually, excuse me, not really a ton of kills from each unit, but collectively, it was enough to not only hold these orcs in place while the towers and the Bretonnians did their work, and you can see the Bretonnians did quite a bit of work. These knights errant killing nearly 250 orcs alone. We were able to really just bring down a much larger foe. Big congratulations will be owed to Autocross, possibly even a fiefdom of his own in the coming days and months. And Montfort owes the Emperor, well, their lives. So, we're going to take some additional treasury that the orcs left behind as they were fleeing. And I'll see you after... Oh. It looks like we have another battle. Kruger Horned has decided to come directly for... well, it looks like they've decided to come directly for us in vengeance of the last battle. So let's go ahead and get into this. When encamping on the mountain slopes, the forces of Autocross certainly didn't expect for another greenskin assault so soon after their victory at Montfort. However, this greenskin force had reconstituted itself and attempted to, well, cut off the Imperials on the mountaintop, or on the mountain slopes, excuse me, in order to retake the city of Montfort without any Imperial support. Autocross knows that this battle is, well, going to be decisive and could undo everything that he has achieved thus far, and that's not something he's going to allow to happen.
Sigmar demands blood!
And another decisive victory. Fortunately, we were able to stop them from making any serious gains against us, and we're going to praise Sigmar for that victory. All right, and we have Orc's Bane, which I think if anyone has earned that trait, it would certainly be autocrossed. So let's actually take a look. It looks like Montfort has already begun an outpost construction. We should begin one as well. If anyone... Oh. So no matter your dominance of the realms, there will also be creatures that prowl the forest or roam the plains. One of these beasts is attacking and feeding upon your people. Hopefully we can get someone to take care of that. We're going to have a negative growth, -10 for 3 turns, or for 3 months, excuse me. And it looks like we have a mission to enter into a military alliance. It's kind of shameful that our first alliance is actually outside of our nation, but hey,
Protector of the realm.
these things do happen.
What does the Emperor bid?
Now the real question is, do we continue marching north? Because we could. But before we do that, let's see what we can do for Otto, who has certainly earned the appreciation of his emperor and commendations. So we're going to finally make him a leader of renown. After those series of battles, I would say that he has certainly earned it. We're also going to give his troops their due, although the Emperor's finest, or should we go with, no, not pistol corps. Well, maybe pistol corps. Yes, missile strength. We could certainly use missile strength in this army. And while it pains me to give Hans any kind of credit after his, well, let's let's just call it what it is, his disloyalty and his, well, killing of fellow Reiklanders, but he killed those greenskins too. So we're going to give him hard to hit. We're going to give him hold the line. Because he is currently still a lineman. We're not giving him command of anything. And we're going to give him Deadly Blade. While we could give him some of these blue tree skills, he has not currently earned his right to lead troops. So we're not going to give him blue tree skills just yet.
It is time.
Now, we could do 2 things with Otto. The first thing that we could do is move him back east now that Montfort is secure. But in order to truly secure Montfort, well, we need to ensure that they're not going to be attacked by, let's say, the Ogre Kingdoms, which are also at war with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to post up right here.
Yes, a sound plan.
Armored in faith.
You've done it now.
And we're going to join their war against the Ogre Kingdoms as well.
Do you know who I am?
We're not going out into the Ogre Kingdoms. That would be foolish. I shouldn't say the Ogre Kingdoms. We're not going to the Rock Eater tribe, excuse me. So we're not going to go out and fight the Rock Eaters. That would be pretty foolish. Instead, what we're going to do is stand by and hopefully ensure that they don't attack Montfort while Montfort gets itself together, which it certainly needs.
Who calls?
Now, while we're out here, we could go ahead and get some Free Company militia. It's tempting to get some flagellants. However, flagellants aren't really... They don't really fit with this army. So we're going to recruit some Free Company. That is going to take us down quite a bit, but it's worth it.
Honor before glory.
And like I said, we're going to, let's just double click this city.
Welcome to fair Bretonnia.
And we're going to join your war against the Rock Eaters. And we could get a military alliance, fulfill that mission, but we also don't want to involve ourselves in further wars that they decide to declare out here. So instead, we'll just take whatever money that they wish to give us.
As you say.
And that will be that for now.
Yes, my lord.
I will marshal the men. Let us move. Who calls?
Gonna have Reuben fortify the east end for now. We'll give him a couple more units of swords and another unit of archers. And it's time to take the city of
we must
Grunberg.
attack.
Or I should say it will be time to take the city of Grunberg, but that is going to have to hold off until the next part. That'll be part 6, as I am well over my time for recording for this evening. So with that being said, we do have quite a bit of work ahead of us now that Reikland is, well, almost secure. We're going to have to start taking a larger look at the empire as a whole. With that being said, to all my friends wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Till then, have a good one.